Dayton. I'm in my 19th year now. As a faculty member at Wright State, I started off with my nose in the classroom and my nose in the research, trying to build an independent program and make tenure and all the rest of that life of a faculty member. But along the way, I was put in charge of a program that our founding dean, Jim Brandenberry, wanted to get going, which was essentially, it started off, we had a summer bridge program to help kids underprepared in math, and also just to motivate kids that were already highly prepared, but it was mostly underprepared. I started participating in that my very first summer, and I loved being in the classroom and helping the kids get on track with their high school math and ready for college and all of that. And I think because of that, Dean Brandenberry said, hey, this is a guy that might be able to help take some faculty leadership to fix our problem. So he brought me in one day and he's like, Nate, I need you to fix the math problem. And I said, what's a math problem? We're engineers. I knew there was some kids underprepared. I worked in the summer program, but I had no idea the scale. Then he started showing me numbers for the entire college and saying, do you realize that if you look over a 5-year period of all of the incoming students that start new direct from high school, only 40% of those kids ever complete calculus as a sequence. So if you've got calculus as the very front end, as a prerequisite to your whole degree program, and you can only get 40% of the kids through that, what's your graduation rate ever going to be? I became quickly convinced that the math problem and essentially the inaccessibility of the required curriculum to even the median American engineering student, that inaccessibility is the first order reason that as a country, we only graduate 1 out of 3. That started my path as a faculty member around student success and around curricular reform in engineering to uncork the bottlenecks associated with traditional calculus, and also later on to start asking questions about what all the kids that are underprepared and they're not even ready for calculus, with the median student in America as an engineer is only college algebra ready, right? So I have now really dedicated more than a decade of my life to kind of this problem. Our solution to that, it's called the National Model for Engineering Math Education, but essentially it's curricular reform in engineering. And what we did is we introduced one new first-year class called Introductory Math for Engineering Applications. And what we do is teach that class in engineering to our first-year students. And with a course like that, we're able to essentially play forward all of the punchlines about why math is important in engineering. And the curriculum covers everything from pre-college topics like lines and quadratics and trigonometry, all the way through derivatives, integrals, differential equations, matrix methods, but none of it comprehensively from a math standpoint. All of it only to the extent we're going to use it to solve real problems in actual engineering courses. It supports this movement between majors, even majors outside of engineering, that quite frankly makes our curriculum, I would say, the most accessible and flexible ABET accredited curriculum in the entire United States. And I've kind of expanded a lot of the things that we did from a curricular standpoint to address bottlenecks to really more comprehensively take care of students from an academic advising standpoint, from a recruitment standpoint, from an enrollment management standpoint, even how do you allocate scholarships with a mindset towards student success and retention, and also workforce development and really integrating experiential learning with the process.